It is pretty and very quiet. But no snow is sticking, just coming down in big big fluffy flakes. But it is pretty. The end of February, well, close to the end of February, in North Carolina, and we have snow. Not sticking snow, but falling snow. But it is what I would call like snow globe snow, or it's those big fluffy floaty flakes. Fabulous. I was working on these and I have run out of yarn. I could use other yarn that I have to keep making it, but I kind of like the colors, so I'm waiting until I can go and get some more gray and pink yarn so it looks nicer. But I still have an idea and I want to flesh my idea out. And so what I'm doing is I'm using scrap yarn like this yarn, and got some yellow yarn, and I am going to make another one just to see if the pattern works. And with me, crocheting can be very interesting because I always have help. Not exactly the best help. I have fluffy help. Now Freya here, well, you can see she's pretty much asleep. She just sits there. So she doesn't really bother me too much. No, she's not the bothersome one. This one, hi Lucky. I can't see. See what I mean? So I don't always get a whole lot done until it's his nap time. And most of the time his nap time, unless he's in the window trying to get some sun, his nap time is with mommy. So that's how my day goes. How's your day going? Don't bite my chin. Hi, Frey Frey. You napping by the window? Can't see you very well with all that light out there. There we go. Hi, sweet girl. I'm ignoring you. I know. Oh, saw some. What'd you see out there? Huh? Do you want to see a trick? I don't even have to say anything. I keep this pillow here. The cats sit on it. but also for this reason. And like I said, I don't have to say a word. All I have to do is lay down, and yes, I am wearing my socks today. I thought they matched my dress pretty well because it is chilly. But all I have to do is lay down. And here he is. He goes, oh, it's nap time. Yeah, this is nap time, boo-boo. You're such a turd. Because it is colder out today, I am making some chicken soup. I will be adding dumplings to it later to make chicken and dumplings. But I'm letting it go on the stove and get all those flavors nice and blended together. That's some chicken stock that I had sitting on the shelf that I had canned earlier, and leftover chicken from dinner earlier the week. So using up what we have instead of throwing things out, because I hate wasting food. So I try to find ways to use my leftovers instead of throwing them out. But this is absolutely beautiful. And look at those nice big chunks of chicken in there. I don't like it shredded. I like to have big chunks. I'm waiting for the maintenance guy to get here to fix the light in my bathroom because it's a disco party. Let me show you what I mean. Yeah, that's my light. So I've been using a smelly burner that has a nice light bulb in it as bathroom light and candles in the tub when I take a bath. Because other than that, it would be dark in here. I'm going to chop up the rest of this onion to go into my chicken and dumplings, my chicken soup. And I do save my onion scraps to go in when I make stock or bone broth. So the ends of my onions and the bits that I'm not going to use. And it's going right in my little baggie and get stuck in the freezer. I will probably fry up these onions in some butter before I add them to the soup. I don't add them right away when I'm making soup because I want my onions to be slightly crisp still. I don't want mushy onions. So I always wait until my soup is about half done. And I'm only going to saute them for a short while in some butter. And then add them to my yummy, yummy soup. I always like to saute my onions in a good amount of butter. Butter tastes good, and it's good for you. I don't saute them to mush. That's why I'm sitting here constantly stirring them so it doesn't turn to mush. Because nobody wants mushy onions. that's about where I like my onions, so I'm going to go ahead and put them into my soup. Doesn't that look good? Now the onions will cook down a little bit. Because I mean it's only 1:30. But the soup will go for a while and then I will add the dumplings to it. And I've got my bowl and I'm going to sift 2 cups of flour. I always like to sift it because it just makes everything much nicer. Makes things fluffier. I've just got some regular sea salt and I'm going to add maybe a teaspoon or a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm also going to add about a teaspoon or so of baking powder so they get nice and fluffy. And I'm just going to whisk those ingredients together. And then add some milk. I am using whole milk. And I'm just adding enough for it to become incorporated and make a slight dough. Don't want it too thick and we don't want it too runny. Bit more. So this is about how we want it. Just like that. You see how it's kind of doughy, but it's not thick and it's not real runny either. That's how we want it. I've got my soup bubbling nicely. And this is the easy part. I'm just going to plop my dough in little balls into my bubbling soup here. They don't have to be a uniform size. I just plop them in wherever. I think these make the best dumplings. And this is a recipe from the Appalachian Mountains. So this is how all the mountain mamas make their chicken and dumplings. Most of them anyways. I shouldn't say all of them. scraping all the last little bits out of my bowl. Now I'm going to put the lid back on, and I'm going to let that cook with the lid on for 12 minutes, and I'm not going to touch it. I do not open the lid until the 12 minutes has passed. That is the key to really good dumplings. All nice and bubbly in there. Cooking so good. I can't wait to take the lid off and taste it. Lucky. Hi. So I always like to check my projects and try them on to test where they are, how they're fitting. So this one looks pretty good so far. I'm happy with where it's at. I've got my little stitch marker in it here, and that is where the middle of the shorts will be, if Lucky will get out of the way. But that is where that will go. So I'm happy with how they're looking. So that's what I do with my projects. Yes, hi. Yes, life with Lucky. It's always exciting. Time to check. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. And now we can come in and stir. Look at all these fluffy, beautiful dumplings. And you see how it's made the soup just a little thicker? Oh, we definitely need to go in to taste this now. Time for a taste test. Blow on it because it's hot and you don't want to burn your mouth. Oh, that is amazing. The dumplings make it really smooth, very velvety with it in there. The soup part, the broth, very velvety and just absolutely delicious. The hints of the onion are so good. Oh, that's going to be a fantastic dinner, and we'll be eating it soon. I could eat it all now, but I won't. That is really good. I like that. But that is how I make my chicken and dumplings, an old Appalachian recipe. Don't tell anybody I gave it to you. I hope you've enjoyed this little peek into part of my day. If you've watched this entire video, give yourself a round of applause. And thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend it with me and Lucky, of course. I really do appreciate it. I love all of your comments. I hope you all have a great weekend. I am looking forward to the weekend. My husband has a business trip, and so we are going to Kentucky on Sunday. It should be a lot of fun. And we are making a pit stop along the way. There is a Buc-ee's along the way, and I have heard that this is a must-see thing. I've heard so much about the over-the-top, I don't even know what, but I'm excited to check it out, and I will be taking you all along with me for fun. So, have a great night, everyone, and I will catch you later. Toodles. You gonna say goodbye? No? Okay.